Hi fans, thanks for clicking on the dreaded D-Rose report. I got the latest and breaking news on Jeff Hardy. Believe it or not, he was scheduled to appear at the North Carolina court Wednesday, of course today, Wednesday morning for the latest hearing regarding pending charges, but the case was delayed once again and a continuance issued. I don't know how many times that's been, but normally in this state, I know you get 3 on the defense, 3 on the prosecutor's side. And man, this went through a lot more than that. According to the FayObserver.com, the case was delayed because prosecutors still waiting for the results of lab tests from the State Bureau of Investigations on some of the evidence that was seized from the Hardy's home on the day of his arrest back in September 9th, September 09. It's been a year and a half. Somebody's snoozing. Anyway, Hardy's attorney has stated publicly that Hardy will plead guilty to some of the charges, and prosecutors still working on the terms of the plea deal. Anyway, you need to get him some help quick. TNA spokesman had no comment about the company and the dealing with the Jeff Hardy in the midst of these charges, but did say that TNA has a drug policy. No further details were given. TNA, by the way, issued this statement regarding Sunday's Victory Road pay-per-view, so if anybody got that, pay attention. An important announcement, it says, to TNA fans regarding Sunday's pay-per-view Road to Victory. TNA Wrestling strives to give its fans who purchase pay-per-views as closest to a full 3-hour event as possible. This Sunday's Victory Road fell short of the standards, so to support your support of TNA is never taken for granted. To show you we value your support, we would like to offer you 6 months of free access to the TNAOnDemand.com library, which might not be too bad a deal for you guys at that. But what you got to do is you got to receive your free offer. It says, please send us a copy of the Victory Road pay-per-view purchase receipt to, then it's got the address. You look it up, I'm sure, on TNA website. Please be sure to submit your name, address, and we'll unlock over 300 hours of great TNA wrestling action. Jeff Hardy, AJ Styles, they were scheduled to appear at the weekend's TNA live events in Jacksonville, Florida and Savannah, Georgia, but are no longer being advertised for both shows. Ralph Van Dam and Matt Hardy will instead headline the events. Other matches to take place is Jarrett versus Steiner, Reigns versus James, Joe versus De Niro, Mick Foley, Matt Morgan, Inc., Terry, Gunner, and Murphy is also scheduled to appear at those shows. TNA Wrestling has announced new main live event tours in Missouri and Arkansas. Info coming up later. Angelina Love, accompanied Velda Sky, and battles Rosita, accompanied by Sarita, to last week's episode of TNA Explosion. If you don't get that, maybe they'll show it on a DVD or in their library. Word going around that WWE has former Price is Right and Raw star Bob Barker may be inducting Drew Carey into the Hall of Fame this year. Carey's the current host of The Price is Right. Watch it every morning just to see the women jump up and down. Vicky Guerrero noted on her Twitter she's being booked for this week's Raw live event, so be prepared for a microphone and a loudspeaker from her. WWE has reportedly signed Ohio independent wrestler Matt Justice, or Matt Hanna, to a developmental deal. Matt has worked several matches for WWE over the past year, including the Alberto Del Rio mini Royal Rumble that was on SmackDown in January. Dark match before last night's TNA Impact taping, we didn't get to see Robbie E. defeat Bobby Shields. Shields is a graduate of Taz Wrestling School. Other Taz graduate is Jake Tarr, lost to Doug Williams in Monday Night's Raw. So there's 2 of their students that lost already. I don't know if I want to go to that school or not. And there's a plan in place to break up Generation Me, which was evident after last Sunday's Victory Road pay-per-view event. Max and Jeremy Buck were originally supposed to be split up about a month or 2 ago. The brothers wrestled each other in matches taped over the weekend for Explosion. And Vicky confirmed that she will be in Michelle McCool, Layla, and Dolph Ziggler's corner at WrestleMania 27. Well, I'm glad to hear that. when they take on Snooki, Trish Stratus, and John Morrison. I don't know if I'm looking forward to that or not. Madison Square Garden was giving away 2 free ringside tickets, believe it or not, and a backstage meet and greet for a Raw live event Saturday in New York City. All you have to do is become eligible is retweet one of their messages at MSG Sports New York City or NYC. Vicky Guerrero, and get there too. Vicky Guerrero, by the way, asked on Twitter if she would ever go to TNA, and she replied, "I would never go to TNA. No disrespect to anybody. WWE my family, period." Darn the luck. Vicky, by the way, has noted she's lost 50 pounds after working with a personal trainer as of late. Where she went to the Taz school. Or, I think Snooki might have found that 50 pounds. Former New Jersey Shore Angelina Provec, who is training for a TNA career, has some harsh words for the current Snooki and her appearance on Raw and WrestleMania 27. Angelina told TMZ that Snooki is trying to rip her off by becoming a wrestler and called her a fat troll who who should never wear shorts again or be in a wrestling ring. I agree with part of it. Jim Ross noted on his Twitter that Sunday's Raw segment with Jerry Lawler, Michael Cole, Jack Swagger, that JR was the most watched of the night. That it came in with a 4.1 rating. So just shine your nails up, JR. It appears Miss America, Rima Faki, I think that's her name, does not win the WWE Tough Enough. Faki is back on Twitter this weekend, noting that her fans that she has been away shooting Tough Enough. Post trainers Trish Stratus and Bill DeMott indicate Tough Enough filming is going on. So it sounds like Miss America, whatever she was, USA, I guess, didn't make it till the end. Former WWE diva Lita, she's going to be appearing in Middletown Market, Middletown, New York, Sunday, April 10th, 1 to 3 o'clock. Celebrating birthdays today. Happy birthday, Henry Godwin, 47. Do you remember what other names he went under other than Henry Godwin and the Godwin Brothers? Former WWE star Ken Doane, 25 years old. FCW star Brett DiBiase, 23. Kane, Kofi Kingston, Christian. Rey Mysterio defeated Decor Alberto Del Rio after last night's SmackDown taping. We probably won't get to see that. Last night's WWE SmackDown taping, by the way, they changed their advertised match for Edge and Christian taking on Heath Slater and Justin Gabriel for the tag titles to Big Show and Kane as challengers. No word, what the reason was, but it was midday. Tweeted the post from Christian indicated that he was still planning to team up with Edge before the taping. Tyler Rex, JTG, was taped for Thursday's Superstar before last night's SmackDown taping in Kansas City. Rey Mysterio is denying reports that he has asked for his WWE release. Mysterio wrote on Twitter confirming, "I did not ask for release. Those that like me, you will have Rey for a good, and those that don't, well, life is always sweet." 619 out. And in addition to earning the spot on season 6, it was revealed last night that the winner of the season's WWE NXT will get to pick his pro from season 6. However, he must pick the current group of pros, which is Yoshitatsu, Kozlov, Hornswoggle, JTG, Chavo Guerrero, and Tyson Kidd. I don't understand that. Anyway, NXT rookie Titus O'Neil, he's left last night's show with 4 redemption points, putting him in the lead with Darren Young, has 3 points, and the other rookies have gone, or have none. I'm not keeping up with that too much at all. But Bret Hart is going to be appearing Northeast Wrestling Promotion, April 15th, Newburgh, New York, April 16th, Staten Island, New York. Catch up with him. And there was 23 minutes and 1 second of in-ring action on Raw, up 16 minutes, 56 seconds from last week's show. I know you was on your edge of your seat to hear that. That's what it was. Hey, thanks you guys for clicking. I gotta go.